Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Copper Dragons here, and I'm going to be playing some more Slime Rancher. So let's hop right in and continue the game. Um, Honestly, I can't remember where I left off last video, but I'll try and figure it out regardless. Um, let's just see what I can do. Hopefully, I can try and figure out what I need to get done. I need to work on my ranch. I know that for sure. I want to try and find more slime types while I'm at it too. Um, Maybe I can unlock some Gordos if I get lucky. Because frankly, I gotta try and find as many Gordos as possible. So that way I can actually, hopefully get some keys out of it. So that way it can, unlock more of those weird locked doors or whatever. Um, and then just see what I can do past that. Yeah, this is easily the furthest I've ever made it in Slime Rancher in general. I don't think I've ever unlocked this many doors at all throughout the entire game. So yeah, this is easily the furthest I've ever made it. Alright, let's feed my honey slimes real quick. So that way they can get some food. Then I'm gonna feed these Q berries to these slimes right here. And I'm gonna give these puddle slimes some water, since that's the food that they eat. All right, let's just see what I can do now. Let's head over to the cave. You know what? First, I'm gonna grab this stuff, since this is clearly gonna be for some pretty decent stuff in terms of resources. Hey, at least I got rid of some of that stuff that I had in my inventory. Okay, I got 21 jellystone. I don't know if I'm gonna need any of that. Also, I got a slime fossil on top of that. I don't know if that's gonna be useful for anything. It probably will, but who knows. Let's just see if there's any like jellystone crafting stuff. Wild honey. Where can I even find something like that? But either way, I don't care. I just gotta try and find something that I can use the jellystone on. Seems like I'm gonna need some primordial oil, like a lot of it, just to be able to, craft another Gordo slime snare. You know what? Maybe I should try and look up the locations of Gordo slimes after this video, because frankly, I don't want to deal with too many, like, I don't want to, deal with the process of trying to hunt them out, that just takes way too long for me, considering I don't know the locations of all the Gordo slimes. Heck, the only one, like, most of the ones I found were pretty much just by sheer luck, if anything. Sure, there have been, like, a couple here and there that were pretty obvious in where they were, but other than that, not really, if I'm being honest. Alright, I need to try and clear up some of these Hunter Largos. You know what? Might as well just try and get this one from over here, and just see what I can do with that, considering that's an extra one that I accidentally made. I forgot I had one in that cave. I completely forgot about that. You know what? Either way, actually, I think it would be the better option to try and, convert it over to this one in here. I think that might be the better option, actually. Okay, let's get rid of this pogo food. Try and grab some more of these vegetable types. Since who knows how many vegetables I'm actively going to need. Just in case if I ever run into a vegetable Gordo. Because, like, vegetables and fruits, those are like the two most common food types in the entire game. So might as well just try and collect as many of them as possible. I already have tiny Q berries, I think. I could be wrong on that. But I want to try and collect at least some types of vegetables. Seems like I'm gonna need 123 of those weird purple fruits. You know what? Let's head back to my ranch, actually. Crap, I'm lost. I forgot that I can't use that teleporter to get back. I almost forgot about that. And now it's too late. So yeah. Wait. Oh, I thought that was just a regular slime. You know what? I have to just try and keep moving. Hopefully I can find some Largos. Wait, no, not Largos, but Gordos. Huh. That's a regular one. Honestly, I don't know where I can find Saber Slimes. Considering those are clearly going to be very important here later on. Honestly, I don't really need any Rad Slimes, if I'm being honest. I don't really need any of those. Mostly because they're relatively unimportant to me, if I'm being honest. I was trying to collect this carrot, you stupid slimes. I don't want to lose all this stuff. I gotta find the teleporter back. Somehow. I gotta just try and see what I can do to get back, to my ranch. You know? I don't want to die here, and even then, I don't want to lose all this stuff that I have on me, because that would be like a full day's cycle wasted. You know? That would be a full cycle worth of stuff. Just utterly and completely wasted. I just, throw it all away. Let's throw this stuff away so I can get these saber ports. So that way I can have an easier time collecting them. Alright, where can I find a teleporter back? I can't even use that teleporter or the map, because where this is a unique area, I don't think it's listed on the map, like, at all. Alright, let's just see what I can do to get out of here. Let's just try and just keep moving. I gotta just try and find the teleporter out. However, I'm supposed to do that. I know it has to be around here somewhere. I just don't remember where. Alright, let's just try and keep looking. Yeah, that's a rad Gordo. I mean, not a Gordo, but Largo. Man, these slimes have such similar names. It's sometimes really difficult to keep track of the difference between some of them. Like, yeah, like, some of them do have distinct appearances. That's obvious. But their names are so hard to keep track of. Considering a lot of them are basically very similar or the exact same to other slime variants. You know? Like, look at Gordo slimes to Largo slimes. Those are almost the exact same thing. They're essentially the same exact thing anyways. You know? Wait. I thought I just saw a hunter slime. Then again, they can turn invisible. So, I don't want to risk, getting too close to them, because they can turn invisible. Alright. Where can I go to get out of here? I have to try and find a teleporter, somewhere. I just don't know where one is. I think there was one on, like, some kind of weird island structure or something. Okay. I think it might be out here, actually. Let's just try and keep looking, I guess. I only needed one saber, floor. That's all I really needed anyways. Because frankly, if I get at least one slime variant, especially like a pink slime, I can just infinitely create more if I just give them one piece of food on top of the fork. You know? Okay, let's just try and glide my way across to this teleporter. Okay, I've got to get to my ranch. Alright. You know what? I'm gonna set those, one slimes free. You know what? There are some saber plorts that I can collect, might as well just do that. Let's go over to the cave first, so that way I can settle all this out. Man, I should have looked before I made a second hunter floor pen. You know, like I should have looked, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's just carry you over to the other side of the map. Yeah, I'm kind of screwed because I don't think I can do this area anymore. Never mind, I can. Man, that almost screwed me over, not being able to fit through. Alright, let's just carry you over. Yeah, I'm transferring these Largo slimes since they're not regular hunter slimes. You know, since they're just Largos anyways. Alright, I want to try and collect as many pink slimes as possible. So that way I can actually, you know, have an infinite supply of, you know, hunter saber ports. And then, like, I want to collect at least 10 pink slimes for this one pen. You know? Alright, let's just see what I can do here. Alright, let's just try and keep moving, you know, before I take too much damage. Yeah, just gotta get you over to your new home, buddy. Alright. I wish I had more stamina, so that way I could just keep moving as quickly as possible. You know, and then just see what I can do past that. Alright. There's your new home, buddy. Yeah, I can't risk too much with these hunter slimes, especially since some of them are already Largos. I don't want to put the saber port in there and turn them into tars and then have to go back, collect another saber port, mind you. Wow, I still have a little bit left. Yeah, I still have, what, 5 left? Might as well just throw these ones off off to the river, water, or whatever, because that would be the easier and quicker option. I know that sounds a little cruel, but still, it's the only option I have right now. And even then, I still have an infinite amount of saber ports in that one area, so yeah. Let's just see what I can do with these remaining hunter slimes, so that way I can just try and create saber ports, and then just try and get out of here. Yeah, I'm gonna feed, you know what, I'm gonna feed these hens to my tabbies real quick, since they clearly need some food themselves. Alright. Then let's just check and see what I can do. Alright, I'm doing pretty well so far. I think I only have 2 hunter slimes. Crap, there's 3 left. That's gonna take at least some time. You know what? You can just skip past this segment in the video because it's just gonna take a little bit. It's gonna take at least 5 or 10 minutes to get me through all of this. If I had to give an estimate on how long this is gonna take, judging by how long it's already taken me. Okay, there's 2 left. This one being one of them. Alright. You know what? Might as well bring this up now. In regards to the new LEGO Batman game that I think released recently, I really want to play this on my channel, but I highly doubt I will. Because, frankly, it's like $70. Dude, like, if it never goes on discount, I'm never playing that game, if I'm being honest. Like, I doubt I'll ever play that game if it never goes on discount. Like, at all. You know? And, like, can you blame me at that point? It's like $70. I'm running on a budget here. Like, Jesus Christ, there's no way I'm gonna be able to play that game on this channel, like, ever. If it never goes on discount, that is. Like, don't get me wrong, I would love to play the game on this channel, but I doubt I ever will get the opportunity to. Alright, time to hunt out more pink slimes, I guess. This should be the last one that I need to get rid of. Yeah, thankfully, this one doesn't bite. Yeah, I need some pink slimes, come to think of it. Hopefully there's some hunter plorts in here, so that way I could make some use out of getting rid of all those. You know? Nope, there's only pink plorts. Alright, let's just try and go and grab some more pink slimes. I should have a lot in this pen, but I don't want to grab them and just to use as fodder for other slime types. You know? Alright, let's collect these pink slimes right here. Alright, I don't need to worry about, you know, anything else since I'm just here to collect pink slimes. Maybe some carrots if I run across them. Alright, I need 5 more. So yeah, I need 2 more now. There we go. That should be enough. I'm just gonna collect some extra just in case. You know, just in case if I do need them. Alright, let's take him back to that one pen to turn him into saber slimes. Then feed the one I got. Hopefully that doesn't wreck things over and just automatically suck them up, the ore collector. Alright, let's just put in these slimes already. Alright, let's just have one of these slimes collect that. There we go. I'm gonna put in some more food just to bring in some extra stuff if they need to make more hunter plorts. I'm just gonna put in as much food as possible, you know, just in case. Alright, are there any hunter plorts? Nope, it didn't collect any. That's good. Man, look at that thing's derpy little face. Let's collect some of these pink plorts. So that way I don't have to worry about gathering them up later. Alright, there we go. Come on, make more hunter plorts. I need them. You know what, let's just try and... If there's any that gather up in this machine, I'll just put them back into the one area. Alright. Let's collect some of these rock plorts. Since, you know, I'm gonna need some more money. I think that I got an upgrade available. I could be wrong. Alright. Let's collect some tabby plorts now. Since I clearly got some of those. Wow, there's still a lot of this stuff out here. There we go. I need to put one of these back. Now let's go ahead and just try and sell off all these plorts and see what I can do with them. Yeah, I wish I had more, like, not hunter, but saber plorts. Just for the pure fact of, you know, so that way I can create more largos out of them. Crap, I forgot that there's crystal slimes. I forgot all about those. I don't remember where I can grab them at. I do have hunter and Gordo slimes. I just need crystal slimes. You know? And then whatever these 3 are, and whatever these 2 are. I don't really care about anything else past that, if I'm being honest. Alright, let's just check up on any upgrades that I can afford. Okay, I can't afford any of them. Because there's none that I haven't bought yet. Let's collect some of these food types. Yeah, next video, I'm gonna try and hunt for Gordo slimes. So that way I can try and burst them and get a key out of them. Hopefully, anyways. I don't know if, like, I'll ever find one with a key. Hopefully, I will. But I'm gonna collect all the food types that I can, for that video whenever it comes along. So yeah. I still got like 11 minutes left of this video, so I'm still gonna be playing a little bit. Let's just see what I can do here. I gotta try and collect some vegetable types. Wait, actually, I want to collect some fruit types. I want to collect these mint mangoes. Because who knows if I'll need them or not, you know? And they are a more stable food source since they give me like 20, 25 each load. So might as well just see what I can do with them. Wait, actually, I can buy more blueprints, actually. Let's buy the gray lamp. I don't want to buy those, considering those are way out of my price range. That's like 18,000 coins. Just for some googly eyes and a bow tie. You know, I don't want to risk, wasting my money on that. It would just be kind of stupid at that point. You know what? I'm gonna look up some Gordo slime locations. I'll be right back. Okay, I got a map of them all looked out. So let's go to the, this area right here with the purple stuff. But actually, that might not be the best path. Actually, let's go to the dry reed. Actually, never mind. I'm trying to look at all this to see where I can go. Alright. I don't know where I can go to find more Gordos. Maybe I can just look in that dry reed area, considering I haven't really explored too much of this. I don't really care for anything as long as it's not food related. Like, directly food related. Yeah, I got a bunch of, food types. All I really don't have is just meats. Alright, let's just look over here to see what I can find. Maybe I think that there's like a, phosphor slime Gordo or whatever that I haven't got yet. So let's just try and look out for it wherever it is. Maybe I can find it somewhere. I don't know where to look. Okay. Actually, I do know where to look. Let's just try and see what I can do here. Because frankly, I don't want to waste too much stuff. I just want to try and look out for any Gordos that I may come across. Wherever they are. So that way I can feed them and potentially get a key out of them. Yeah, I don't want to bring too much risk to myself, so I'm moving more gently across this bridge. Just one wrong move and I instantly fall into the water. Ooh, there's an open locked door over here, so maybe I can find a Gordo in here. Let's just try and look to see if there is anything. I don't know if there's any Gordos in here, though. I have no clue. I can't really say. Because I haven't been out here in a while, I don't think. But yeah, I am going to be looking out for any and all of Gordo slimes. Wait, that's a yarn vault. I don't want to get that, because that would be a waste of, storage, and it would just get in the way. So yeah. That's all it would really do at the end of the day. Just get in the way of stuff. Either way, let's just keep looking for Gordos. Yeah, I know I got a little bit distracted by a chest, or a crate or whatever. But yeah. Either way, let's just keep moving. Just try and find whatever I need. I'm gonna wait for my stamina to rise back up. Because frankly, I don't want to take the risk of, gliding what is so clearly a large stretch of water. Yeah, that would have taken up all but one of my stamina points if I didn't wait. Yeah, that would have been so stupid of me if I didn't wait. Because I didn't want to bring risk to me. That's the main reason I waited there whenever I did. Because I knew it would have been stupid if I just went charging on through like an idiot. Wait. Huh? You know what? Let's get rid of these heartbeats and collect this hunter slime. Yeah, I gotta try and keep that on me at all times. Yeah, I'm not letting this thing go. Um, yeah, that would be stupid of me if I just let it go after, everything I've been through to try and collect this thing. Um, hey, at least I found one now. Um, and now I don't have to worry about it anymore. That is so cool that I finally don't have to worry about it. Really, that didn't give me anything of use. That just gave me a decoration. Either way, let's just try and keep moving. 'Cause I don't want to stay in one place for too long. That's not really my play style, if anything, for any game. So yeah. Unless if I get a bit of struggle, then I'll try and think things through. And even then, that doesn't really take too long for me to actually get around to doing. Yep, I'm not staying there. Let's see what's in this crate right here, this paw. Wait, huh? Wild honey? I don't need that. Wait, royal jelly? I'm gonna come back and collect that, after I feed the Gordo, if there is one out here. I don't know if there still is one. That's why I'm still looking. Yeah, let's try and find those hunter slimes. There's some water here, so let's collect that. Because I don't want to go back empty-handed. Like, at all. Going back empty-handed after all this work to try and find a hunter slime, yeah, not my style, if anything. You know what? I don't know where I can go to get back to my ranch. Let's just see where I can go from here. Wait, it seems like there's an island. Let's just try and look over here, I guess. To try and find said island. Okay, it seems like it might be up there for that path. So let's just try and climb my way up. Crap, I can't climb. Yeah, I just gotta get back through here. That's really gonna suck because there's a lot of angered bomb slimes over here, or boom slimes, or whatever. Alright, let's just see what I can find. I don't want to bring too much risk to me, if I'm being honest. I just want to keep my health up, mostly so I can keep this hunter slime on me. So that way I don't have to go back to this area and try and find more. Just in case if they don't respawn too quickly. Alright, let's just look over here. Yeah, this might be a new area, because I don't remember this. Alright, that's a wildflower patch. Yeah, that's clearly the music of the tar. That's not good. Where are they? I know that they're here somewhere. Okay, I thought that was a pod there for a second. Let's head back to my ranch. So that way I can actually, for one, put up this hunter slime, and for two, try and keep everything safe. Well, there's some puddle slimes here. I've already got some of those at my ranch. The only thing I don't really have is just, hunter slimes. That's the only, one of the two only slime types I don't have, at my ranch. So I'm gonna have to try and collect at least 10 of them, just so I can have a decent amount. Maybe I can find some more. Crap, there's a key here. And I don't have one on me. That really sucks. Hold on, I'm gonna pause the recording real quick. Alright, let's look at the map real quick. Because I think that there's one by this lower left-hand area underneath that weird-looking island. So let's just try and get over to that. If I can anyways. Because I want to try and find a Gordo. So that way I can, at least get out of here. And none of this would be useless to me this entire trip. Considering I spent 10 minutes here. Alright, it's through here, or at least it should be. So let's just try and keep looking. Yeah, I think it might be through here, actually. So I gotta try and find a way to climb up. Let's wait this out, for my stamina to recharge. So that way I can propel myself upward. And then maybe have enough to... Okay, there is a Gordo slime right there. So let's wait for my stamina to recharge. Because I don't want to, have this trip be all for nothing. Yeah, I think this is enough mint mangoes. There we go. That was enough. There's a key. Oh my god, that's good. I can unlock the door now. Yeah, let's just try and collect some of this stuff here. Alright, there's some cars. Let's try and take these weirdos out. Okay, I gotta try and take out these weirdo cars. Okay, let's go back to that one locked door, wherever it is. So that way I can, at least have a little bit of safety. Wait, is this where I go to that weird island thing? You know what, might as well have just saved up my stamina, because I didn't want to bring too much risk to me by falling into that water and potentially losing everything, especially the hunter slime that I got. Alright, what is this weirdo island? Is this where I'm gonna find some hunter slimes? Because if it is, that's gonna be really cool. Alright, I don't think that this is gonna be too useful to me. Since all I'm really seeing so far is just boom slimes. So yeah. I knew that thing was about to go off. Let's just try and look for that locked door again, wherever it is. Because I really want to use this key to unlock more of the map. You know what? Actually, I think I might want to go back to that one weird cave that I found earlier in the playthrough. Because I know that there was, some locked doors there. You know what? Might not want to risk it, because it could easily... Wait. What is that weird green dot? You know what? Never mind. Let's not worry about it. Considering there's easily something there that I don't want to bring too much attention to right now, or at least don't want to worry about for the most part. Okay, let's just try and get back to the ranch. However, I'm supposed to do that. Wait, there's more tars. I gotta take them out. So they don't bring any more risk to these slimes. Alright, there's clearly more. Where are they? Okay, the music's faded, so they're clearly gone. Alright, I think that there might be a locked door around here, so let's just try and find that wherever it is. Alright, let's take out this tar. I wasted 2 water units on it, so that way I won't have to worry about it later. Alright, where's that door at? I know it has to be around here somewhere. Man, if only I just mapped out this area better, then I probably could have found that door by now. You know what? I know that I haven't made it back to my ranch. I know I haven't. But yeah, that's going to be the end of today's video. Be sure to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.